Good morning. Well, today I like doing some things that's controversial that not causes for debate, but just causes for discussion. So I know many people have got a problem with tithes and offering. My grandfather, he used to be a pastor, my great-grandfather, Grandpa Gibson, back in the Depression, he had a problem with tithes and offerings. And being a pastor, he was actually doing the people of the church a disadvantage, because the Bible says that through your tithes and your offerings, God can bless you. If you don't tithe, you're withholding a blessing that God's wanting to give to you. And I'm going to give you some scriptures on this. Genesis 14:19 through 20. Abraham, God blessed him and said, "Blessed be Abraham by God Most High, possessor of heaven and earth, and blessed be God Most High, who has delivered your enemies into your hand." And Abraham gave God a tenth of all that he had. Everything that he had, he gave God a tenth. What we don't realize is I went to church. I went to two different churches this weekend. On Saturday night, I went to one church, and the pastor there was preaching on tithes and offering. And it was really, really good. And then Sunday school, again, was on tithes and offering. So I just feel like God is wanting the church to realize that everything that we have is not ours. You might hold the title to it, and it might have your name on it. John Henry Doe owns 1 million cattle on 1,000 hills or whatever. A big old race boat, race car, whatever it is that your pride possession that you think is yours, is not yours. I hate to tell you that. It's not yours. It's God's. Everything is God's. Nothing is ours. God has entrusted us with that possession. God has allowed you the breath, the energy, the knowledge, and everything else to have that job that you have and be able to possess the things that you have, but it's not yours. It's God's. And when you die, it ain't going with you. It's going to stay right here on this earth. It's God's. You're just being entrusted to take care of what is God's. Jacob also offered a tithe in Genesis 28:20. Then Jacob made a vow saying, "If God will be with me and will keep me in this way that I go, and will give me bread to eat and clothing to wear, so that I can come again to my father's house in peace, then the Lord shall be my God. And this stone, which I have set up for a pillar, shall be God's house. And all that you give me, I will give a full tenth to you." A full tenth. Let's talk about that full tenth. That tithe that belongs to God, that full tenth. I was at Pastor Shook's church on Saturday night, and their son, when he got his first job, he was asking his mom, "Mom, why's my paycheck so little?" She says, "Well, son, the taxes has to come out. You got to pay Caesar what's Caesar's, and the taxes got to come out." Well, he'd been taught to tithe, so he was like, "Well, do I pay my tithes on the $300, or do I pay it on what I got after the taxes?" She said, "Well, let's see, son. Do you want God to bless you on your gross, or do you want to be blessed on your net?" I'd never heard it described that way. I want to be blessed on my gross, not on my net. I don't want what all has been taken out of the top and then give God what's left over. God deserves my best. God deserves the first fruits. So I want to give God the first, what he deserves. And in Numbers 18:21, the Levites, God said to the Levites, I had to stop this one.